Being a master's athlete is tough, and that's what we're going to talk about today. Welcome to the channel, Old Guy Inc., because this old guy is in the 50 to 54 division this year, and I'm having a great time. I started CrossFit back in 2007 at the ripe age of 35, long before anybody was ever discussing master's divisions. Man, if I could go back, if I entered CrossFit 15 years ago as a master and they had those categories then, that would have been pretty cool. But I am super excited this year to be in the 50 to 54 division. I have kind of decided to step up my game a little bit. I'm lucky enough to work for a local school district, so I have the summer off. And I decided this year I'm going for Legends. So I signed up for CrossFit Mayhem Athlete Masters programming. Whew, thank God today's a rest day. We are 3 days, today's day 4 of the Into the Storm cycle. And man, we're talking 2 to 4 hours a day, give or take, for some of this programming. So it is not for the full-time employee or the shy at heart, that is for sure. But what I wanted to talk about, actually specifically about masters and masters programming, is, it can be a little hard going to classes, whether you're like a hardcore competitive masters athlete or just a master's athlete who's been doing CrossFit for a long time. Okay, so how do I say this nicely? Where you're still pretty good, right? Like you're a pretty decent in your gym, you're still really good, and you get kind of caught up in the day-to-day workouts and challenging yourself on the leaderboard and trying to keep up with all the young guns. So if you're somebody like me, I live for competition. That is what helps motivate me, whether you think that's good or bad. Competition is fun, it's a hobby, it's what gives me something to do sometimes, right? A lot of times I don't want to just go on a hike. I want to go to the gym, and I look forward to competitions. I'm super excited about trying to qualify for Legends this year. And so that's where I'm getting to the point of my story today, which is I kind of had to make a decision of going to like an online training program, which has significant pros and cons. So what I was a little bit afraid of was it's easy to get motivated to go to the gym and kind of compete on a day-to-day basis with the leaderboard and the people in your gym. But man, you kind of lose track of how are you doing based on your age group. I mean, competing in the open once a year just really isn't enough to let you know how you're doing. A lot of local comps don't have masters divisions, and if they do, they're normally really large masters divisions, like 40 and over, and that's pretty much the best you can do. So you kind of get lost, like you don't know, am I decent, am I not decent? I mean, how am I doing at this CrossFit game? So I don't know. I would encourage anybody out there who's in my situation, where you're thinking to yourself, hey, I'm either about to become a master or I've been a master's for a while, and maybe, a decade later, you're getting kind of bored of just going to class every day, competing against all the 20, 25, 30-year-olds. You might want to look into reaching out into some of these online masters programs. Now, yes, it does mean you got to start doing a lot more training on your own, but a lot of times you might be the only masters in your gym or in your class. How about that? You're not the only masters in your gym, but some gyms have masters programs, but they're normally not meant for the competitive masters athlete. And just from what I can tell, normally, I've been involved in CrossFit for over 15 years. I've been an affiliate owner 3 times. I've owned 3 different gyms. I've coached at different gyms. I still coach today. And what I can tell you is if you're 50, 9 out of 10 times, there's a good chance that you're the only 50-year-old in your class, or even kind of close. And you might be the only 50-year-old who is trying to still be competitive and still take CrossFit a little more seriously than you probably should. So for me, going to online programming was the answer, specifically over the summer period, because I knew I would have more time off, more time to dedicate to CrossFit. And so, yeah, I've had to work out a lot more on my own, go in during open gym. I mean, there are some cons to doing some legitimate online competition programming, whether it's masters or not. It helps to have a key to the gym that you work at. It helps to not be working full time over the summer. I mean, I get all the obstacles that are out there, but I just wanted to throw that out there and let people know that I'm a resource. Okay. Once again, I've been in this game for a long, long time. I'm still going strong in the 50 to 54 division. Yes, I still take CrossFit very seriously. Do I question whether or not I take it too seriously? Yes, but you know what? Everybody's got to have a hobby. This is my hobby. I love it. I love keeping up with my intermittent fasting, my nutrition, my recovery. Like I mentioned, thank goodness today's a recovery day. I will be doing a little lactic acid flusher with about a 30-40 minute bike and row, and I can't say it. Ski erg. There we go. You did it, Clay. See, you're getting old. Ski erg. Little kind of active recovery today workout, which is well needed. But anyways, I'm enjoying the step up in programming. I want to hear from you guys. First of all, if you have any questions to a master's athlete, hit me up. Okay. I would also, if you have any advice for a master's athlete, hit me up. Is anybody else out there following Mayhem Masters Programming? Are you following some other sort of master's programming? Are you competing? Are you also trying to get to Legends or qualify for some event? Either way, what I'm basically doing is just boring you by talking about, hey, I'm a master. If you're a master, let's hook up. If you think you're going to become a master, you should know that soon. If you think you're going to take Masters competition seriously, then hit me up in the comments, reach out to me. You can direct message me on Instagram. Same thing, Old Guy Inc. on Instagram. There's some dashes in there, but you can figure it out, and let's chat. Hope you guys are having a great week. Do me a favor, just hit subscribe, and especially if you're a master's athlete. There's not a lot of master's athletes out there talking on the YouTube about CrossFit, so hit me up. Thanks, guys.